Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Mount Horeb High School for a Battle of the Vikings, a battle of the undefeateds, as the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings welcome in the Stoughton Vikings here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. As for over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Hello again, everybody. My name is Riley Yauk, alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, for this YouTube-only broadcast. As Dennis, as we get set to kick off here, what are you looking for from this matchup tonight? Big one in the Badger Small.
Well, Zach McGuire, linebacker, backup tight end, kicking off here, and out of bounds, trying to put it in the end zone.
Not the start he wanted,
No.
I'm sure.
Oh, we're going to start out with keys for Mount Horeb Barneveld. They want to control the clock. Actually, that's Stoughton. Control the clock, keep Mount Horeb Barneveld offense off the field, limit the big plays, and win the turnover battle. And for Mount Horeb Barneveld, their concern right now is number 7. And the quarterback, Drew Vinny, who can beat you with his leg as well as his arm. They want to be able to contain him because he has a tendency to break big plays. They want to defend the deep ball because he's got some great receivers. The other is run the rock. If you want to keep Mount Horeb's explosive offense off the field, which is averaging 40 points a game, you want to be able to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And that Stoughton offense, led by Drew Vinny, trots onto the field as they will get this one started from their own 35-yard line. Vinny lining up in the pistol. Running back Logan Hedstrom behind him. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. Man in motion, that sell now. Going to be a give up the gut to Hedstrom as he is swallowed up in the backfield. Loss of a few on the play. It's not how you drew up this start if you are the Stoughton offense.
No, Talon Stoner, and you've got, let's see, Harrison Walker, 2 of the studs on the defensive line there. The defense for Mount Horeb Barneveld has been pretty strong this year, and they showed it on the first play with a loss of 1.
Mount Horeb Barneveld coming off a 50-20 demolition of Watertown last week as Vinny once again in the pistol. 3 receivers set here. Going to be a play action. Rolling out to his right. Looking that way, and he's got his man across the 45-yard line up near the midfield stripe. That was Parker Sell now on the reception. Little play action bootleg for the Vikings, and they got a 1st and 10.
Good second down play after that loss of 1 on the first one. You know, Selnart came into the game with 9 catches, averaging almost 17 yards a catch. No touchdowns yet. Looking for that first big 6 tonight.
That was sure a good way to start off as just over 11 minutes to play here. 0-0 our score. First drive of the game for the Stoughton Vikings. Pistol, hard count, and they get him to jump. Looked like it was Talon Stoner, the guilty party on that one.
And moves the ball into Mount Horeb Barneveld territory to the 48. So you like those 1st and 5 plays now. You can do just about anything. You want to throw a deep one? No problem. If it's incomplete, it's still a 2nd and short.
Opens the playbook up quite a bit as Stoughton running most of their offense out of this pistol formation. 3 receivers going to be give up the middle to Hedstrom again. Spins off 1 defender up past the 45. Brought to the turf at the 43-yard line. A combined effort from the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense. Zach McGuire appeared to be the first one to greet Hedstrom. 10:30 to go. Still 0-0 our score. First drive of the game.
Yeah, 42 tackles coming in, 2 forced fumbles last year. How good was he? He missed 5 games during the year because he was injured. He still made first-team all-conference. That's the respect this guy has generated from the Badger Small Conference, and he's picked up right where he left off.
That's not too shabby. And if you're wondering, the Stoughton Vikings in their all-whites, the Stormtrooper look, if you will, with the purple numbers and the chrome Viking horn on the helmets. 3 receivers out to the left. 1 on the right, straight drop, screen pass to Hedstrom, gets it, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. Good second effort from Hedstrom, but the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense read that one all the way.
Yeah, you almost didn't see that one. The ball was right on him. He turned around, and boom, there it was. So good thing he's got some good hands there and able to at least look like pick up. No, not quite. Ended up losing.
Yeah, lost a yard or so
on that one, yeah. So it'll be 3rd and 2 at the 45, it looks like. Yeah, just short 45.
First and 5 to a 3rd and 3, 9:30 left to play in this first period. This capacity Mount Horeb crowd getting behind their defense. Lots of foot stamping behind us. 3 receivers, 1 tight end. Play action. Vinny rolling out to his right, looking downfield. And he's got Sell now once again across the 35-yard line into Mount Horeb Barneveld territory. Another 1st and 10. Parker Sell now the go-to man so far for Drew Vinny.
Yeah, nice little curl pattern there, and he got a little bit of space, and a great throw on 3rd down, rolled to the right. Yeah, Vinny definitely has shown his one of his strengths is being able to move the football. He's averaging 5.2 yards a carry, but where he's dangerous is in that passing situation. If you give him a lane, he's going to take it a long way.
He's looked really good on both of those rollouts. As 4 receivers here for the Vikings. Hedstrom, the lone back behind Vinny. Snap from Vinny. Going to be a give to Hedstrom off the right side, picking his way up near the line of scrimmage. I think he just got back to it, and that was about it before he got barreled to the ground. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Stoner right in the middle of it there, number 33. He got called for that offsides call, but he's made up for it with some nice tackles there. He had one for a loss, and now this one looks like no gain on the play.
I lowered the boom as the ball will remain at the 34-yard line of the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. 8:18 to play here in this first quarter. 3 receivers out to the left. Sell now, Johnson, and Brown as Vinny takes the snap, rolling out to his left. Looking deep down the field, he'll fire in the flat, and he's got Sell now again. Who else for another 1st down pickup up near the 20-yard line? Mark him down at the 22 where he was thrown out of bounds. Vinny and Sell now working this ball down the field here early.
3 catches, 36 yards early on this drive for Sell now, but makes it dangerous is then you got Jay Johnson, who's averaging 25 yards a catch, and LaShawn Brown almost 24 yards a catch. So you're going to this guy, and you better watch it. That's the deep ball that Mount Horeb Barneveld would be worried about.
Yep, watch number 10 on that left side. He's the man to watch in this one. So far, though, Sell now getting the majority of the looks. Vinny in the pistol. Hedstrom motioning out to the right. Going to be a design QB keeper up the middle. Makes one man miss and fights forward up near the 12-yard line. It appears gain of about 8 on 1st down. Yeah. Staying ahead of those chains.
Yeah, that one was a run all the way. You could see he just waited to the line, settled in a little bit, and then took off like a shot. Yeah.
Did well to set up his blocks there.
Yeah, they're going to say on PA announcer, a gain of 6. So
gain of 6, I guess my depth perception.
Tough to see the scoreboard.
Yeah,
I'm standing
isn't
here, so
quite as well. 7:25 to play. From the Mount Horeb Barneveld 13-yard line, Vinny in the pistol, 3 receivers here. Going to be a straight rollout to his right, pressure coming in his face, and he is sacked. Dropped all the way back at the 24-yard line. That's Jack Wilson coming in to make the play for the Vikings in black.
Oh, beautiful. A little blitz there from his linebacker position. That's his 2nd sack of the season, his 5th tackle for loss, and very good timing on that play.
Fantastic blitz call there from Mount Horeb Barneveld. They'd seen enough of that little rollout game as 3rd down and long coming up now for Stoughton. 3rd and 14 to go, 6:40 to play. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. Mason Richter in the slot right. Vinny, screen pass set up for Hedstrom, and he is met and dropped immediately. Zach McGuire read that one all the way. Having none of it. 4th down and long for Stoughton.
Yeah, a little bit of bend but don't break here on this defense, and now a couple of great defensive plays on the stop. And you're looking to see what Stoughton might do.
Now a decision. Casey Quam is their kicker.
They have actually had 3 different kickers that have kicked extra points this year, but no field goals. So they are going for it here.
As we have LaShawn Brown far on the right, Mason Richter, Parker Sell now on the right as well. Jay Johnson, the lone receiver, to the left. Vinny takes the snap, dropping, looking to his right. Pressure coming, and he is swarmed in the backfield. 3 consecutive stops for this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense, and they get a turnover on downs to start this one off. Fantastic work from this Vikings defense.
Back-to-back Well, 2 sacks and a smash on a pass play that they lost yardage on too. So 3 straight losses. And we went from the 16-yard line all the way back to the 35. So combined loss of 19 on those plays.
As Mount Horeb Barneveld will take over from their own 35-yard line. Brooks Hendrickson, the quarterback, man in motion. That's Keel, and it's going to be an offsides, I believe. On the Stoughton Vikings, that's what I get for looking at my spotting board. Missed the call, but the reaction from the home crowd told you what you needed to know. 1st down and 5. Brooks Hendrickson saying, whatever you can do, Drew Vinny, I can do better. Drawing the Vikings front offsides. Shotgun set here, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. Going to be a give up the gut. Trying to pick his way past the 40-yard line. Gets just past the line of scrimmage. Does the running back, Owen Primusberger.
Yep.
Pick up about 1. 2nd down and 4 coming up for MHB. 5:30 to play. Still nothing our score. First drive of the game for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Keel in motion to the right. Going to be a play fake to him. Hendrickson back to throw. Fires over to his left, but dropped over in the flat. That was Ashleman. Pardon me.
Right. So, but still, because of that offsides penalty, it's 3rd and 4, so still short. Pretty much open playbook there.
3rd and manageable. We'll see what head coach Brett St. Arnold comes up with here for this Vikings offense. Mount Horeb Barneveld, if you couldn't tell already, in the home blacks today. Black pants, black jerseys, white helmets. As Hendrickson gets the play from the sideline. Clock stop with 5:16 to play, and
the flag.
It appears Mount Horeb Barneveld called a timeout.
Oh, okay.
Before that play got underway. Didn't like what they saw. And now I think is a great time. We just mentioned head coach Brett St. Arnold. Dennis, what do you have for our coach's profile on Brett St. Arnold?
Well, Brett, it's his 7th year here at Mount Horeb Barneveld. He's got a record of 45-19. Teaches middle school health education, kindergarten physical ed. He's a former Niagara High School football star. Coached 3 seasons at Delavan Darien. Interesting note: his dad Dan is in the football coaches Hall of Fame, and his mom Carol is in the volleyball coaches Hall of Fame.
Not a bad lineage.
So no, you talk about pressure coming out. It's like, thanks a lot. He played football at Saginaw Valley State and coached at Utica Eisenhower in Lower Michigan before coming to Mount Horeb Barneveld, and got him to level 3 last year in the playoffs. 3 straight conference titles under Coach St. Arnold.
Hendrickson in the gun, fires out to the right side. He's got Keel up across the 50, lowers the pads into a Stoughton defender, making him pay for it as he works his way into Stoughton territory. 1st down and 10 from the Stoughton 45-yard line, coming up for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
This is the one we want to see, the man, the legend, Keel. Their last meeting, he had 8 catches for 103 yards a year ago.
MHB working fast, give to Wilson up the middle, spinning his way, stood up at about the 40-yard line where he is gently brought down by the Stoughton defense. Anthony Gutierrez and Jack Solonic appear to be in on that stop.
Yeah, pick up a 5. Edstrom, their main ball carrier this season, first year as their starting running back. And he's had a pretty good. That's Edstrom. That's Primusberger. Excuse me, Primusberger. It's his first year coming in. 74 carries, 332 yards, about a 4.5-yard average.
Primusberger back in the game. He'll get the give right up the middle, and he explodes up past the 30-yard line, brought down at the 28-yard line. Going to be another 1st down and 10 for Mount Horeb Barneveld. They move quickly, Dennis.
Yeah, Primusberger, some pretty good speed, too, a track athlete. He showed a little bit of burst right there.
Hendrickson takes the snap, straight drop, looking over to his left, and almost has his man. Another drop from one of these Mount Horeb Barneveld receivers. That appeared to be Hayden Anderson, the tight end. Couldn't quite wrangle it in.
That was a problem last year. Dropped a couple of potential touchdowns in their game against the Vikings of Stoughton, but were able to hold on for a 14-13 win. You don't know. One of those might come back to bite you in the butt later in the game.
You never know. 2nd down and 10 for the Vikings to give up the middle. And Primusburger makes a few man miss across the 15 to the 10-5 touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld. Owen Primusburger showing off the speed. And the Vikings up 6-0 on the Vikings.
36 yards to pay dirt on that one. You saw that track speed there. He got it in the secondary and shifted into another gear.
He made one man miss and whoop.
Yeah,
See you later.
Their track team pretty good here at Mount Horeb Barneveld last year. The 4x1 relay was at state Division I, which says an awful lot.
Wow. And Mount Horeb Barneveld, you put this in your notes, Dennis, they go for 2 a lot, not a lot of extra point attempts.
No, they're going to go for 2 at least first couple times, and if not, then they'll go to a kick, but right away.
Wishbone
and
here,
we got a
fullback
flag.
dive. Didn't appear to make the pylon. It's going to be no good. We'll see what the flag is.
And if it's a penalty, they'll probably decline it, of course.
Indication appears to be on Mount Horeb Barneveld, the legal formation.
Decline it, and it will be no good on the 2-point run. Run failed.
And with 3:54 left to play here in quarter number 1, your score still Mount Horeb Barneveld 6, Stoughton nothing. Zimbrick on this presentation of PrepMania and that coach's profile brought to you by Midwest Financial Group. The lineup at Midwest Financial Group, coaches for your financial world, organizing all the players on your personal team for the best chance of success. Behind every great team is a great coach. Let Midwest Financial Group be yours for your financial planning needs. Head to mfgteam.com to get a start today on your financial future. That's nfgteam.com.
7 plays, 65 yards, 153 time of the drive. And the Vikings score first of Mount Horeb Barneveld.
I'm shocked.
Yes, we knew it was going to be Vikings. For years, I always had the Cardinals, the Sun Prairie and the Middleton Cardinals. And
yes.
These 2 teams in the conference, yep, they're proud of their school's nickname.
Mount Horeb Barneveld, I believe, has what's the word I'm looking for here? Honors on the Vikings nickname, given that they won last year's matchup, as you already mentioned, 14-3. Great game.
And they've won the last 6 matchups going back to the beginning of the 21st century.
Wow.
0-6 for Stoughton, and so that's a little.
That's not bad. That's
a little
dominance.
chip on the shoulder coming here for the Stoughton Vikings tonight. They want to change that, but right now Mount Horeb takes the early lead.
Yep, looking up right now. 3:54 to play. As McGuire boots that one away, end-over-end kick, backs him up all the way at his own goal line. He'll still take it out across the 10-yard line, cuts up field to the 15, inside the hash marks up across the 25-yard line. They'll mark him down, make it the 22-yard line, pardon me. And that is where the Stoughton Vikings will set up shop. Damian Johnson on the return for Stoughton.
Now, see, Stoughton had a nice drive, and then it was stalled there. Once they got to the 15, 3 straight great defensive plays, 2 sacks and a tackle in the backfield on a short screen, potential for a screen. So Mount Horeb had figured out. We'll see. Stoughton loves the deep ball with these receivers, so see maybe they've pounded a little bit, see if they're going to try to go up top on this drive.
They have the weapons, and Hedstrom ran for 136 yards last week, so can't count him out either as he gets the give here over to the left side. And Mount Horeb Barneveld sniffing it out. Jack Wilson in the backfield again for this Vikings defense. 3:37 to go.
Stoughton's had a pretty balanced offense so far this year. 230 yards passing, 150 yards rushing.
They did a good job mixing it up on that first drive, moving the ball down the field until they weren't. As 2nd down and 11 coming up here for the Stoughton Vikings. Pistol formation again, 3 receivers, 1 tight end in the formation. Play action, Vinny in trouble, rolling out to his right, fires it down the field, just kind of throws it away. Dangerous pass was still in the field of play. Tyrus Hastings, on the coverage. Couldn't quite turn around in time to make it.
Trying to hit LaShawn Brown, who's averages 24 yards a catch this year. That would have been a big play for him, but it was good coverage and just got rid of it.
Yeah, LaShawn Brown had a phenomenal game last week, or pardon me, I guess these are his season stats I'm looking at. 6 catches, 142 yards. Lots of threats on the outside for Stoughton. As Reed Blackburn checks in, one of the receivers, Vinny, gets the snap, rolling out to his right here on third down. Gets who else? Sell now making his way across the 35, chop down across the 40. Another first down pickup when you need it most from Parker Sellnow. Just finding the holes in this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense here early. 2:45 to go. Mount Horeb Barneveld up 6-0. Stoughton student section with the neon theme countering Mount Horeb Barneveld's blackout here this evening as the Vikings offense trots to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10, 2 receivers out to the left. LaShawn Brown on the right side. Vinny rolling out to his left here. Stops, thinks about making his way the other way, keeps it himself, and fights for about 1 or 2 yards maybe before being brought to the turf. Didn't want to force anything downfield.
So you got, what, about a 2nd and 8? 44.
Yes, and the Stoughton Vikings going to take a timeout here. Settle down maybe a little bit with 1:57 left to play. Mount Horeb Barneveld currently leading 6-0. As Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you by UW Credit Union. For every stage of life, UW Credit Union is here for every you. Proudly serving Wisconsin for over 90 years. Pop in or hop online at uwcu.org to join. UW Credit Union is proud to support all the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen every week to hear who the student athlete of the week is. And Dennis, I believe Chris Keel is our student athlete of the week this week. Is that correct?
That is correct. 3-sport athlete, also plays basketball, and is on that 4x100 relay that went to state and track. Outstanding student athlete. Right now still trying to decide where he wants to go at the next level. And coach said try to look for a lower D1, ball out for a couple of years, and then there's the portal.
You never know nowadays.
All you want to do is get some place where you can pick up some credits for a couple of years, get some experience, and then if you show off your stuff, in this era of name, image, and likeness,
big schools come calling.
There's money out there, you betcha. Yeah, I really like, coming in. Keel led the team with 26 catches and 8 touchdowns. He's also rushed for 86 yards and 2 TDs coming in. So he is a big play guy that Stoughton is definitely going to game plan for here tonight.
Yeah, Keel last week just by himself had 4 touchdowns. As the Vikings offense back on the field, Vinny takes the snap, play fake, and he's just going to sit down. Pressure was bearing down from McGuire, and he made a business decision on that one.
Yeah, he stole a tackle and a sack away from one of the players, but it was called self-preservation on that play. You're not going anywhere, go down.
Nope.
A lot of times quarterbacks make the mistake of getting, maybe you go back a little too far, you get sacked, or you end up throwing a pick, or you fumble. Sometimes you just got to take it and move on to the next play.
Yep, don't need to turn a negative play into a disastrous play. As 3rd down and long, 15 to be exact, for the Stoughton Vikings. Vinny rolling out to his right, pressure in his face again, just has to throw it away into the Mount Horeb Barneveld bench. As
is that the Wilson again, number 2?
I believe
like number
so.
2 with the pressure
right
there.
In Vinny's grill. And once Stoughton made it inside the 20-yard line, this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense just turned it up a notch, and they haven't slowed down since.
No, in the last 7 or 8 plays there, a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and that's one thing that they saw. They not as big a defensive line, but quick and aggressive, and they get after it. They're like dogs after a bone.
Yeah. Hungry dogs. As Jay Johnson on to punt it away for Stoughton.
Looking for dinner tonight.
Yeah. Maybe they can get some Pizza Hut after the game as Johnson collects. A nice wobbly boot. Caught at the 30-yard line, makes a man miss, and not the second attempt. As that was Tyrus Hastings on the return. Give him maybe one before Solonic was able to wrap him up. Missed him on the first attempt, not so fast on the second attempt, as 1:02 left to play here in quarter number 1. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading 6-0 over Stoughton. And Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Dennis, what are you looking for here from the second drive?
Just looking to see how much time we got in 1:02. And, Yeah, Mount Horeb again, try to establish the run here and get Keel open in space.
Hendrickson finds his man in the flat. That's Anderson. Works his way up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 39. Pick up about 6. Flag on the play, though. Hold everything.
Hayden Anderson, 6'6", 220-pound junior tight end, mainstay on the basketball team. Here's a guy you're inside the 20, you're throwing it up, and nobody's going to take it away from him. He's got great hands, and he's been a real big asset at the tight end position for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings so far this fall.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
But it looks like we're going to be called for. We got a hold. The coach is asking what's going on there.
I didn't see the signal. It was thrown in the area of holding. Flag was near the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
As they bump him back 10 yards. 52 seconds left to play here in quarter number 1. Gain of 5 turned into a loss of 10. Or make it 5. Maybe it was a legal procedure. Not sure exactly, but regardless,
yep.
2 running backs in the backfield for the Vikings. Wilson and Primusberger. Hendrickson takes a snap. Going to be a give off the right side. Can't tell which one that was. But he probes up near the original line of scrimmage. Pickup of about 4.5.
That was Primusberger? Or no?
We'll just give it to Primusberger. Not sure exactly. It's hard to read the difference between the 2 and the 3 with the black on red. 14 seconds to play. Hendrickson, straight drop, pressure in his face, and he is sacked. Stoughton finally gets home. That's Mason Richter with the pressure.
Richter, one of the players to keep an eye on there for Stoughton. Not only is he a good defensive player, but also a tight end on the offensive end. Had 2 touchdown catches last week, and there with a nice sack.
And that is how we will end this first quarter of play. The Stoughton defense showing some moxie, getting a little momentum back on their side. As you are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, brought to you by Pemberton Law. When life takes an unexpected turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there are no fees until you win. Trust a firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Law Personal Injury at PembertonPI.com. And Dennis, after that sack, why not take a look at the head coach for the Stoughton Vikings, Jason Becker.
Coach Becker, it's his 5th year at Stoughton, 22 and 21. He's a special education teacher, and his coaching career began in La Crescent, Minnesota. In 2004, he coached JV football. From there, he was on to Nakusa, where he was a head coach and an assistant coach. And he moved on to Stoughton, where he was an assistant football coach and wrestling coach, still taking over, like I said, in his 5th year. He's also the boys and girls track coach. He's a volunteer wrestling coach. And by the way, in the winter, he's a fill-in official for basketball.
Wow.
Man has a lot going on. Plus, he's got a couple of daughters that are in sports as well.
As Hendrickson pressure in his face again, Stoughton retaliates with back-to-back sacks of their own. Rain Altenberg appeared to be in that one.
Defenses right now have definitely come to play.
Answered the bell for sure.
Yeah, this was like last week, Hunter. We were at Verona Memorial looking for a lot of points, and this one was either it's going to be a tight one or we're going to have a blowout. I think we're headed for the lower end again. Take the under 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. I'm not complaining as McGuire on to punt it away for Mount Horeb Barneveld. High snap. Little rugby-style kick, end over end. Hedstrom back, takes a bounce at the 35, and a very friendly Mount Horeb Barneveld roll up to the 22-yard line. And that is where Stoughton will set up shop. We will step aside quickly for a 30-second break. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
That'd be a loss of 3 on that play.
Putting Stoughton behind the sticks once again to start this drive off.
Neither offense being able to generate much right now here after that touchdown by Mount Horeb Barneveld.
They both looked so dynamic to start the game. I guess to be fair, Parker Selnow has really been the only barometer of success so far in this one. 10:30 to play. Mount Horeb Barneveld up 6-0 over the Stoughton Vikings. Vinny in the pistol, 3 receivers, gets the snap, looking to throw, fires it deep down the middle, and there was no one there. Appeared to be heading for Damian Johnson. Maybe just didn't quite get the grip he wanted on the ball. Looked like it may have slipped out of his hands. Regardless, that was a duck and an incomplete pass, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, Johnson trending down the left sideline right in front of the Mount Horeb Barneveld bench, and that ball was well away from him. So the defensive back could have knocked him down or did anything and said, hey, it's uncatchable.
Yeah.
Could have had a cheap shot there, but didn't. Just watch the ball flutter incomplete.
Tyrus Hastings thought better of it as 3rd down and long for Stoughton. Vinny back to throw. This screen is absolutely blown up. Ball tipped into the air, but falls harmlessly to the grass as these screen plays have been sniffed out by this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense, having absolutely none of it, and a quick 3 and out for Stoughton. 10:13 left to play.
Well, if this continues, we might have to look at the punters for our
our
Pizza Hut player of the game. So we've had an offensive lineman that scored a 2-point conversion. We had a defensive back last week that had some great plays. So we're kind of spreading it around, spreading that award around, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Zach McGuire making his case as he completely flipped the field. Let's see if Jay Johnson can answer. He's lined up from his own 6-yard line. Mount Horeb bringing a little heat, almost blocked, but he gets it away. Wobbler, high kick, takes a friendly Stoughton bounce, and it just ekes its way into Mount Horeb Barneveld territory. Very friendly roll. Not the longest kick in the world, but they'll take it. Mount Horeb Barneveld will set up shop from their own 49-yard line. 10:02 left to play. They lead Stoughton 6-0. And speaking of Stoughton, Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you in part by Stoughton Health. Stoughton Health provides trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all of the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more. As on trots the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings offense, 2 receivers, 1 tight end in the formation. Primusberger to the right of Hendrickson. Going to be a give to him off the left side, across the 50-yard line, sheds a couple tackles, up across the 45 into Stoughton territory, near the first down marker, pickup of about 8 on the play.
Primusberger, good out of the backfield, running the ball and catching the ball tonight. Just try to get him between the tackles.
Got phenomenal feet, weaving his way through traffic as MHB to the line quickly. Give to Primusberger again. Why not? Gaping hole across the 30. And see you later. Primusberger to the crib. Make it 2 touchdowns on the day as he gives the shrug of the shoulders. Owen Primusberger, have a day.
Is that from the 43? I can't quite see there. That's a 43-yard touchdown scamper on top of the 36-yarder to start the game out.
Owen Primusberger making his presence known here early on. 9:30 left to play here in this first half, and Mount Horeb Barneveld extends their lead to 12 as they'll go for 2 here.
32 seconds to go, 51 yards.
Wow.
I think Coach St. Honor will take that any day of the week.
Speed kills, as they say. Hendrickson, give to Jack Wilson, fights forward, and he is into the end zone. 2-point conversion successful, and Mount Horeb Barneveld up 14-0 over Stoughton. And Dennis They look like they can figure out ways to score quickly, as we will now step aside for that 30-second break. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Mount Horeb Barneveld currently leads Stoughton 14-0 with 9:30 left to play in this first half. Owen Primusberger
came in with 4 touchdowns.
taking charge.
Now with 6 rushing, his 2 receiving. Just 79 yards on 2 carries for those 2 touchdowns of 36 and now 43. And then the 2-point. So I think Mount Horeb Barneveld will stay with a 2-point there since they made one of them.
He'll take that any day of the week. Zach McGuire on to kick it away. Parker Sell now take it from his own 5-yard line. Makes a man miss at the 10 and fights his way up near the 20-yard line. They'll mark him down just short at the 19. And that is where this Stoughton offense will take over. Dennis, you have the feeling they got to score soon here. Otherwise, Primusberger might take this one over.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Mount Horeb Barneveld's averaging 40 points a game, and now you've just given them they're going to be feeling pretty comfortable. They're only giving up about 20 points a game and about 270 yards. And right now, Stoughton is kind of scratching their heads going, you know, we had a couple of mistakes out here, but pass protection has been not kind. I mean, Vinny is looking at a team photo every time he drops back to pass.
It's a good way of putting it, as the give to Hedstrom here on the first play of the drive. And he works up for a gain of about 3. They'll mark him down at the 22-yard line. Modest pickup on first down, 2nd and 7, forthcoming.
Yeah, Vinny completed 3 passes to Stoughton on that first drive, and ever since then, they've been either a penalty or sacked, plays for loss, and trying to stay ahead of the chains. That's their biggest goal right now, is just to be able to get a little momentum and move down the field.
See if Hedstrom can provide that for him. As Vinny takes the snap, once again a give to Hedstrom, tries to find any room to maneuver, and is greeted immediately by black shirts. Pickup of about 2 again. Going to be 3rd and 5 for Stoughton, and more than likely you have to put the ball in the air this time, and you just got to hope Vinny stays clean.
You look at the offensive line. It's been a pretty good offensive line so far this year for Stoughton.
Yeah, 2 captains on that offensive line, as Stoughton will take a timeout here. Continue what you were saying, Dennis.
Yeah, you got saying here at left tackle, you've got an Illinois recruit, Griffin Russo, who's a first-team all-conference player. And on the other side, you got Max Nelson. His 2 brothers are playing for the Badgers. Mm-hmm. One is starting to tackle, one's his backup. And he's at 235. They average 6'3", 264 pounds. But this is where the quickness, aggressiveness of that Mount Horeb Barneveld line has made the difference. And that's one of the points that Coach John Arnold said this week is he thought that they could run the football, but he said he really liked his defense, particularly his front 7. He's got a solid secondary, thought they could shut him down, and Keel can be a shutdown corner by himself too. So the defensively, you win 3 conference titles in a row and you lose an all-conference quarterback, and Coach said, we can be better this year than we were last year. So, and Hendrickson last year when these teams played, he got his feet wet early. He had to come in and play and scored a touchdown. So you like to see what Mount Horeb's done, but for Stoughton, they're just struggling against
Says something about the state of the program. As a keeper from Vinny, he can run, and he works his way up across the 30 near the 35-yard line. Good play call on 3rd and 5. Drew Vinny with the keeper, and Stoughton gets a much-needed first down. 8:10 left to play in this one.
Yeah, I think
as it appears there's an injured Stoughton Viking over there on their sideline.
Yeah, Mount Horeb was going to try to mix things up on the defensive front. They were going to try to show Stoughton a few things they hadn't. Again, because they wanted to be able to contain Vinny between the tackles. Now let him get outside, and that time he did get outside, and you see the damage he can cause.
And LaShawn Brown appears to be the injured Stoughton Vikings. So we will step aside for a 1-minute break, 60 seconds. Stay tuned. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
As Drew Vinny airs it out, and he has got his man, Jay Johnson. And whoa, no, the referee signals incomplete. Johnson can't believe it. It looked to me that he came up with the ball, but the referee says no dice. Someone's going to have to go back on our YouTube stream and check that for us. We don't have the luxury of instant replay.
Yeah.
I thought it looked like he bobbled it, but it never touched the ground. Regardless, I'm not the ref here. 2nd down and 10 for the Stoughton Vikings.
That shows them how dangerous that can be. They just did not hook up on that one, but they're going to keep going over the top.
Stoughton in the pistol here. Going to be a play fake. Vinny's going to keep it himself. Makes a man miss. Cuts up field. Going to be marked down at the 38-yard line. Pick up of a few on 2nd down.
I think one of the keys here for this Mount Horeb Barneveld defense has been Stoner. He was an all-conference, second-team all-conference linebacker. They moved him to nose guard. You look at that line for Mount Horeb Barneveld, only averages 6 foot, 200 pounds.
Wow.
You look at the offensive line for Stoughton, they average 264. So you say there's some big beef there, but yeah, they thought that they're going to be able to hit the gaps and be able to use their speed to their advantage, even though Russo's probably going to win a few battles at left tackle.
Yeah, they've done that so far as Vinny looking for Sell now overshoots him. Incomplete. 4th down and 6, forthcoming for the Stoughton offense. 7 minutes to play. They're trailing Mount Horeb Barneveld 14-0. Decision time.
That was a good coverage there. Owen
Ashelman,
the cornerback, and then the safety was over there. Was it Jones? I think it was Jones, number 10. Came over to help out, and that one would have been hard to kind of thread the needle with. So might have been better that it was incomplete.
Yeah, Vinny looking for a safety valve, and Parker Sell now on that 3rd down. Jay Johnson on to punt it away for the Vikings. Mount Horeb Barneveld showing pressure. And bring it they do. Johnson, it is blocked. It appears may have been tipped just a little bit. And that one will not take as friendly a bounce as the last one may have. And it will be downed by Damian Johnson at the 40-yard line. That is where Mount Horeb Barneveld will set up shop.
Stoughton took the opening kickoff in this game. So Mount Horeb Barneveld would like to punch another one up here before the half. And then they get the ball to start the second half.
Yep, 21-0.
Would look good
with
going into halftime.
With the ball going into halftime. Phenomenal if you're a Mount Horeb Barneveld fan. Not so much
what are we
if
at
you're
the time,
cheering for the purple
right
and
now?
white. 6:50 to go. Low snap. Screen pass to Keel. Gets it to him, and he sprints ahead near the 1st down marker. Spotted just short. Gain of about 8 on the play. 2nd down and 2. Coming up for MHB, 6:30 to play. 14-0. Our score, Mount Horeb Barneveld leads. 2 receivers to the right, 1 on the left. Hendrickson Another screen pass, why not twice, as stiff arm from Kiel steps out of bounds across the 45 into Stoughton territory. Spotted at the 44.
So pick up another 8.
Mount Horeb Barneveld moving quickly here. Hendrickson in the gun. Takes the snap. Hey, 3 times? Why not? As Kiel showing some fight. Driving through 3 Stoughton defenders to pick up 4 on first down.
Kind of trying to lull him over there because Kiel's got that speed. He can get in that secondary if he does a pump fake, and we can see him going for it all.
Yep.
Picking up just enough yardage here.
Has the feel of a setup play as 2nd down and 7. Hard count before Hendrickson looks back over to the sideline and gets the call from St. Arnold. Primusberger to the right. It's going to be a give to him off the right side. A pass to the 40, 35, 30. Outside the numbers near the 25-yard line where he's ridden out of bounds.
You mentioned earlier speed kills. Yes, they've got speed on both sides of the ball here from Mount Horeb Barneveld. Secondary on defense in particular. Backfield at the ends. And the quarterback can move too. A little nice lefty here.
Give to Primusberger again. Big hole up the middle. Up past the 20-yard line. Going to be spotted at the 19. MHB to the line quickly. 5:25 to play. 14-0 our score. Hendrickson give to Primusberger a 3rd time off the right side. Past the 15. Up near the 10. And ridden down from behind by Salonik.
3 straight passes to Kiel. And now you go to your workhorse. 3 straight runs.
Perfect balance here from Mount Horeb Barneveld. 1st down and goal from the 10-yard line. Hendrickson takes the snap. Give to Primusberger, and he is stonewalled at about the line of scrimmage. May have pushed forward for a gain of 1. 2nd and goal from the 9. As the clock ticks under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Mount Horeb can score quickly. They've been moving quickly, but really no need with this lead.
Plenty of time on the clock here. Take their time.
Slow it down. As the MHB student section, friendly taunting the Stoughton student section. Hendrickson fires to the left side of the end zone. Wide open. Touchdown Mount Horeb Barneveld. That was Owen Ashleman in the back left corner of the end zone. And MHB stretches the lead 20-0.
Nine yards on that completion. 3 touchdowns now. Mount Horeb Barneveld. The seniors in this team have never lost a conference title, and they knew coming in this is potentially for the conference championship, even though both teams still have to play Sauk Prairie and their schedule, probably the next best team in the league. And right now, Mount Horeb Barneveld has got everything going on all cylinders.
Lining up to make it 22-0 as Wilson plunges ahead. Conversion is good. However, a flag was thrown at the snap in the area of illegal procedure. As the Stripes discuss, we'll see if the Vikings give this one another shot, if it is in fact against the offense. And the flag is waved off. The conversion is successful. Mount Horeb Barneveld goes up 22-0 over Stoughton. As Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you in part by the GRB Academy. GRB Academy is baseball for the serious player. GRB is hosting its annual Top Prospect Camp on Saturday, October 12th for pitchers, catchers, and position players. This annual event has attracted the top talent from across the Midwest for 13 years. This is your chance to showcase your skills in front of the top colleges in the country. And the camp is open to all players in the 2025 through 2028 grad classes. Visit grbacademy.com to register now. Mount Horeb Barneveld sprinting out to a 22-0 lead with 4:29 left to play in this first half.
8 plays, 60 yards, 2:21 time off the clock on this one. And it's capped by the 9-yard pass from Hendrickson to Ashelman. Wilson with his second 2-point conversion of the night. When you're looking for a running clock, a lot of times you get to that 34 and teams go, no, you miss an extra point, or you go for 2 and don't get it. Right now they're +1 here, so 2 more scores, they could get it.
We are heading in that direction, and quickly. As we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, however, we were a little rushed coming in. Shout out our video producer, Pablo Iglesias, getting us on air. We were struggling right up until kickoff. He is making us look and sound good right now. As McGuire boots it away. High end-over-end kicked into the end zone, and that will be a touchback. McGuire showing off the leg power there.
There you go. And again, the keys, they've been able to contain Vinny, just a couple of runs, but he hasn't hurt them. No deep balls, and they've been able to run the rock.
They have executed your game plan to perfection, Dennis. Why don't you get out there and coach them?
Yeah, we've seen that. Well, that's when the coach is telling me some good stuff there. Brett St. Arnold said, got to run the rock, and sure enough, 2 touchdown runs, and then now they go to the air, they get that one. The other side, Stoughton has not been able to control the clock and keep Mount Horeb Barneveld's offense off the field. That's been a biggie. And limit the big plays. We have 2 big ones, 36 and 43-yard runs. So right now the game plan is all Mount Horeb Barneveld.
And Vinny gives up the middle to Logan Hedstrom. Tries to find some running room. Not much there. He is stopped after no gain. 2nd down and 10.
Here's Mount Horeb Barneveld. They've got 3 timeouts left. Get a stop here. You can still get time to punch one in, and this is a big play offense. Coming in, averaging 40 points a game, and already scored 22 here in the first half.
And it's never good if you're the offense and the defensive linemen, Jack Wilson and Zach McGuire, giving each other a high five after that play. Good vibes from MHB, not so much on the other side from Stoughton. Vinny, delayed draw here for Hedstrom, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. Absolutely nowhere to go. Whole host of black shirts. Talon Stoner.
I think I said 3 timeouts before. Both teams used the timeout earlier here, so Stone had 2. Have they called? Did they call one?
Mount Horeb Barneveld calls their second timeout. And as I was trying to allude to before I got distracted with our phenomenal work from Pablo Iglesias up here, we mentioned it at the top very briefly, but both teams undefeated coming into this game, 4-0 and 2-0 in conference respectively. And as you said, Dennis, this is essentially, neither team has played Sauk Prairie yet, but essentially for the Badger Small Championship tonight.
Yeah, when Mount Horeb Barneveld tied 3 years ago. The last 2 years, they've won. They actually, coming into this game, they have a 20-game winning streak in regular season. You're looking at their last loss was to Monroe. Second game of the year when Monroe went 14-0 and won the state title 2 years ago. So right now, I'll tell you, this is it's impressive Mount Horeb Barneveld team, right? And they were in 1 week in our ESPN Wisconsin poll in the large schools. Then they went out. They're trying to get their way back in.
Certainly making their case tonight, a thorough thumping through a quarter and 3/4 with 3:39 to play. MHB up 22-0 over Stoughton. Vinny in the pistol. Takes the snap. Looking deep down the right sideline for LaShawn Brown, and it's just over his head, past his outstretched arms. Incomplete. LaShawn Brown left with an injury earlier. Good to see him back on the field.
Yes, and now 4th down with the incomplete pass stops the clock. So plenty of time left here.
3:33 left to play in this first half. Mount Horeb Barneveld, I'm sure, is salivating looking at how much time they have left. As Jay Johnson will be on to punt it away again for Stoughton.
Well, my comment about the punter being the play of the game, I don't think we have to worry about that now.
Not so much anymore.
Not what the offense is showing up.
Johnson gets that one away cleanly, bounces past the 50-yard line, and will roll out of bounds. Referee spots it at the 43-yard line of Mount Horeb Barneveld, and that is where they will take over with 3:26 left in this first half. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania brought to you in part by our friends at Daniels Construction. Daniels Construction is a proud employee and family-owned business serving South Central Wisconsin for 71 years. Join an award-winning, self-performing contractor committed to quality and excellence in every project. They offer multi-trade career opportunities with on-the-job paid training and career growth opportunities. Whether you're looking to start a new project or a new career, Daniels Construction is building better futures, people, and communities. Visit danielsco.com to learn more. As the Mount Horeb Barneveld offense takes over, Hendrickson.
This is their third straight great field position, 49-40, and now they're on 44.
Screen pass to Keel, makes a man miss across the 50, keeps churning the legs past the midfield marker into Stoughton territory. Pickup of only 8 on the play, could have been a lot more, but hard fought. You can see the home run capabilities from almost everyone on this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense.
Yeah, right now they're just taking what the defense is giving them. Stoughton does not want Keel to get deep, so they're giving up the short stuff, and they're taking it.
Low snap, screen pass again to Keel. Makes one man miss, and he is slammed down. Nice little head throw there from Cam Hardy.
But I think you can go on to something else now. They've run that play 5 times, and each one is a little less, and that one was – no, there were 4 players in the zone right there, at least 3 trying to make the tackle. So Chris is good, but not 1 on 3 or 1 on 4.
Not the greatest odds in the world as 3rd down and 5. Now for MHB, Hendrickson in the gun, takes the snap, fires over to the right side, got Keel again in the flat, and he stiff arms his way up past the 40-yard line. 1st and 10, MHB. Say, sure, we won't throw a screen. We'll throw a 5-yard out route instead. You can't cover it.
Yeah. So we're at the
39-yard line as Hendrickson takes the snap, pump fake, looking deep, lofts it up. Keel's got 7 steps, slide tackles the cameraman over there as the ball was overshot. Well out of bounds, uncatchable for Keel there. As it appears everyone is okay. Cameraman gives a thumbs up to the referee.
A little slide tackle there by Keel.
Way to avoid the expensive equipment if you are Chris Keel. 22-0 our score. MHB on the drive. 2nd and 10. Give to Primusburger's got a hole across the 30. Why not one more? Owen Primusburger, the hat trick in the first half, and Mount Horeb Barneveld extends this lead 28-0.
30 was 36, 43, now 39 yards. So well over 100 just on 3 carries.
Now you see him, now you don't. Owen Primusburger. You didn't know the name already? Learn it, folks. This man is a problem in the Badger Small. 2:01 left to play. Mount Horeb Barneveld on to attempt a 2-point conversion and make this a 30-point cushion. Hendrickson under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Little fade route to Keel. He high points it, pulls it down. Conversion successful. 30-0. The MHB, the black shirt Vikings, romping over Stoughton. And we will take a 30-second break. Goodness gracious. Mount Horeb Barneveld flexing their muscles here. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Introducing Pizza Hut's new Tavern-style pizza, an upgrade to their classic crispy thin crust. Cut into 16 snackable squares.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, where Mount Horeb Barneveld and specifically Owen Primusburger running roughshod over the Stoughton Vikings with 2:01 left to play in the first half. Your score, Mount Horeb Barneveld 30, Stoughton nothing, as Zach McGuire boots this one away. End over end kick caught by Selnow at his own 3-yard line, running over to that far sideline. Tries to make a man miss, and he is stopped inside his own 10-yard line. When it rains, it pours, and Stoughton cannot catch a break in this first half.
Yeah, even the kickoff coverage is great. You know? I'll tell you, the only advantage I think Stoughton has is they've been able to punt themselves out of trouble a few times. But the first three drives from Mount Horeb Barneveld, well, they started at the 35 and the 33 on their first two, and then the 49, their own 40, and their 44. So that was a 5-play, 56-yard drive in about a minute and a half, and a touchdown run and a 2-point pass. And here we go, 30-zip.
MHB dominated in every facet as give to Hedstrom picks his way for a gain of about 2. Stoughton more than likely just trying to run this clock out and get out of this half with as little further damage as humanly possible.
Yeah, and add insult to injury, Mount Horeb Barneveld gets the second half kickoff, so they could get a running clock pretty quick in the third quarter. That'll be Stoughton's challenge now to keep that thing going.
As Vinny, under duress, fires deep down the right sideline and out of bounds into his own bench. Pressure in his face all evening, and that play was no different. 3rd down and 7 on hand for Stoughton. Minute 20 left in this first half, and if Mount Horeb Barneveld gets the ball back, it is very possible they score one more time before this half is all said and done.
Quick strike, they can do it, as we've seen with Primusberger on those 3 quick bursts into the secondary. Nobody can catch him.
Then he takes the snap, rolling out to his right. Scrambles the other way now. Lots of green in front of him. Across the 20, 25. Makes his way past the sticks and gets a much-needed first down. I believe I said that the last time Stoughton got a first down. Still applies. Huge first down there for Stoughton. Minute 11 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10 now for Stoughton from their own 24.
Yeah, the last, let me see, first downs, 2. I think the last 2 first downs have been the legs of Vinny. He had the first 3 were pass plays to Selnow. So 5 first downs, but that's been all they've been able to muster in the first half.
And they've been broken plays for the most part. He's had to roll to the other side. A straight drop here for Drew Vinny. Directing traffic, instead dumps it off to LaShawn Brown, who I believe made the catch. And the referee will signal no. Incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10. Minute 5 left in this first half.
Stone would just like to try to get something going here going into halftime. Just move the ball here out maybe to midfield, if not be able to get a big play.
And Stoughton used to being the hammer so far this season. They're coming off a 47-0 drubbing of Kewaskum. Unfamiliar territory being the nail. Vinny under pressure again. What's new? Rolling out to his right. Flag down. Directing traffic once again. Fires in that one. Dangerous territory. But it falls harmlessly incomplete. And my mistake, I thought I saw a flag on the play. Must have just been some grass kicked up. Going to be 3rd down and 10 for Stoughton. As Jay Johnson appears to be walking with a limp.
Yeah, Vinny came in with completing 67% of his passes for almost 1,000 yards. 12-3 touchdown to interception ratio. No picks yet tonight.
Play action, screen pass for Hedstrom. Stops and pops, makes a man miss across the 30-yard line. Won't make it to the sticks, however. 4th down and short for Stoughton. See what Coach Becker dials up as Mount Horeb Barneveld looks like they're going to be calling a timeout. They will. They want that ball back one more time with 35 seconds left in the half.
Yeah,
and why wouldn't you?
No timeouts left, though, but take it right there. Lose them.
Use them or lose them.
Yep.
Brett St. Arnold did not come to mess around this evening, as his Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings up 30-0 over the Vikings of Stoughton. And you heard Dennis mention it earlier, the ESPN Wisconsin media poll. Mount Horeb Barneveld might see themselves in the rankings come next week, as you can find out how the best football teams in the state stack up with one another every week. Join us on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel right here every Tuesday at 12:30 for the ESPN Wisconsin Media Poll Rankings Reveal Show. Each week we'll reveal how voters from around the state rank the top 10 teams in the large and small divisions from all around Wisconsin. The ESPN Wisconsin Media Poll Rankings Reveal Show every Tuesday at 12:30, streaming live and free on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
A theme for the week for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings: integrity. So that means whether you're winning or losing, you're dealing with class. No personal foul penalties tonight. Let's just play the game, boys, and that's what they're doing.
So far, so good. Fourth down, Vinny back to throw. Pressure in his face, absolutely smoked from behind.
And a flag.
Stoughton falls on it. We'll see what the laundry's about. But as it stands right now, Mount Horeb Barneveld will be taking over inside the Stoughton 30. Coaches screaming for their guys to get off the field.
That's got to be a hold, and they'll decline it here with the sack. Ball goes over on downs. Looking for the official signal.
Goodness gracious, somebody check up on Drew Vinny. He was demolished.
He's going to need an ice bath and a sauna and the whole works. He has just gotten beaten up on this game.
Assuming that number 7 jersey will be covered in grass stains by the time it's all said and done. As Mount Horeb Barneveld looking for one more score to punctuate what has been a nearly flawless half of football. They lead 30-0 over Stoughton, 32 seconds left. No timeouts for MHB. 3 receivers out to the right. Tight end Anderson bunched on the left side of the formation. Primusberger to the left of Hendrickson. Takes the snap. Going to be this screen to Keel again. Going to be a double pass. Wide open is Primusberger. How do you like me now? Mount Horeb Barneveld going into the bag of tricks, and an exclamation point on this first half.
4 touchdowns for Primusberger now on the reception. Chris Keel with his first touchdown pass of the season. Wow. You're right, pulled the bag of tricks.
We were wondering if that screen was setting something up.
There it is.
I'm no football expert, but that is not what I was expecting from this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense. Just an absolute gut punch to the Stoughton Vikings. 36-0. Our score with 24 seconds left to play, and they will just attempt the extra point. Zach McGuire will boot this one through the uprights. Plenty of leg on that one. Your score with 24 seconds to play, Mount Horeb Barneveld 37, Stoughton nothing. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Daniels Construction is a proud employee and family-owned business serving South Central Wisconsin for 71 years. Want to join the team at an award-winning, self-performing contractor that's committed to quality and excellence in every project? They offer multi-trade career opportunities with on-the-job paid training and career growth opportunities. Whether you're looking to start a new project or a new career, Daniels Construction is building better futures, people, and communities. Visit daniels-co.com to learn more.
Or maybe he hasn't played anybody.
Honda's presentation of PrepMania, and my partner in crime, the Dean, Dennis Semrau. I'm Riley Yauk here with you. Just alluded to maybe a critique of Mount Horeb Barneveld coming into this game of a potentially weak schedule. Dennis, I don't think that matters.
Yeah, people were wondering about who they played in the non-conference. You know, they'd run over Baldwin Woodville. They scored 3 touchdowns against the 2s and 3s for Mount Horeb in the first game. Gave up 7 to Mount Horeb. 13-9. Beaver Dam is a team I guarantee is going to go level 3 or 4. That is a fantastic football team, and they hung with them and then blew out last week. Was at Watertown 50-20. But this was supposed to be a tough test, and right now they. What can you go? A plus?
Yeah, extra credit, passing with flying
on a
colors.
On a 4.0 scale, a 9? I don't know. This is, Stoughton is just stunned, literally, what Mount Horeb Barneveld has been able to now do anything that is a 30-point second quarter. Wow.
We thought we may be in for a low-scoring affair after that first quarter of play. And the Vikings from Mount Horeb Barneveld took that notion and threw it into the fire. 37-0. Our score, 24 seconds to go. Vinny in the pistol. Stoughton, to their credit, not giving up yet. Parker Sell now on the reception of the screen, and he is stripped. Ball rolls out of bounds, thankfully, if you're a fan of the purple and white. Gain of 2, 18 seconds left in this first half.
I think the turning point was the end of that first drive when Mount Horeb Barneveld was able to get 2 sacks and stuff a little short pass play in the flat.
Set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they have owned on both sides of the ball now in the trenches, especially on the defensive side. Vinny has been scrambling. I don't think he's been hit this many times in his life, let alone in one game here in the first half.
I certainly hope not. He has been abused back there, as Stoughton will call their final timeout of the half.
Now, it's tough. Mount Horeb Barneveld, these starters want to play, but this is a game where we got to see a bunch of 2s and 3s coming in for the Vikings, and Stoughton might keep their starters in to see if they can get some points up on the board. But I'll tell you, for Stoughton, Stoughton's a very good football team and very well coached, but they just ran into the proverbial buzzsaw tonight. Everything Mount Horeb Barneveld has done has been on the plus side.
Yes, since that first drive stalled for...
Yeah, they gave up those 3 pass plays to Sell now, but they were able to shut down the two big receivers, Sean Brown and Jay Johnson on either side. And I think that's the key. They'll be able to throw the deep ball, and the run game has not gotten them much.
Stoughton looking for something here at the end of the half. LaShawn Brown is smoked out of bounds after a short reception. Pickup of 10 as the clock continues to run. And let's see if the referees let that slide. I believe the running clock wasn't technically supposed to start until the second half. However, that does not matter. That is how the first half will end. Wait, hold the phone.
Push is saying, wait a minute, the band's getting ready to come out
What
here.
exactly is going on here? And now it appears the first half has officially ended. Your score through 2 quarters of play, Mount Horeb Barneveld 37, Stoughton nothing. Dennis, if you're Stoughton, if you're head coach Jason Becker here, what do you tell your guys in the locker room after a drubbing in the first half?
Forget the score. Don't even look at the scoreboard. Let's come out and respond. This is what the kind of game you got punched in the mouth. Are you going to come back? Are you going to say, "Oh, woe is me," and suffer and whine, or are you going to say, "Okay"? It's like the Badgers going against Alabama. What's going to happen? We'll see. What are they made of when they play USC coming up in a week? In the second half, Coach Becker and the staff will say, let's go, guys. I mean, they got the better of us. We can do this too. Now, whether we're going to be able to, but you see this in basketball all the time where you get blown out. Just don't look at the scoreboard. Now you're looking just to make plays, sustain a drive, get a stop, get a 3 and out. Look for some things you can build off of. And there's plenty of things you can build off of. But right now the game film is not You're going to
Not ideal.
They're going to flush that. Stoughton is. Mount Barneveld is going to look at it, but the coach is going to say, we're not going to see that against a lot of other people. Okay, enjoy. Let's get back to work next week. And we'll see if Hendrickson and Keel and company are done to start the second half, or they give them one more drive. A great story a long time ago with La Follette. Before they had the polls, they had a team that was great, and then they start the second half. Otto Breitenbach, the coach, gets persuaded. Okay, starters go out. Yep. First play, running back goes 76 yards. Coach says, you're done. And the guy comes in, and his teammates are pummeling him because they wanted to play.
Yeah.
These guys want to play football. But now's the time, okay, let's get some of the reserves in. You don't want to see a Keel or a Primusburger hurt when you got a 37-point lead.
Yep, and it's only week 5. Still a long ways to go.
Now, give some other guys a chance. There's guys that really work their butts off in practice. Your backups, give them a chance to go up against maybe some better players for Stoughton. In Stoughton, they'll probably try to keep their starters out at least to get some kind of a rhythm. Again, you don't want to end, wow, this is the half and we're done. They're not done.
As we will step aside here shortly, first, just wanted to remind you who our presenting sponsor is for Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Zimbrick Honda, phenomenal partners of ours. As for over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That was one of the halves of football of all time. We will step aside for an extended halftime break. Stick around. Lots more football coming your way. After this, you're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. edition of PrepMania. Our very own Dennis Semrau had the opportunity to sit down with Chris Keel of Mount Horeb Barneveld as he was our UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Chris Keel from Mount Horeb High School. You're a Viking. Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Chris Keel from Mount Horeb High School. You're a Viking.
Yes, sir.
And you're wearing a great shirt. Three-peat Badger Conference champs. Your senior class has never lost a conference championship. Is that pressure or is that pride?
I think it's a little bit of both. We definitely have high expectations. That's been put on us since we were freshmen, but we're also not getting over our heads, but we're definitely prideful about it. We're confident that we can go and win another one.
3 years of conference championships and all the success you've had. What makes Mount Horeb a special school?
Yeah, I definitely think it's having the good leaders on our team. We're definitely a player-led team, and that's Coach Saint emphasizes that if we're not going to be good if we're not player-led. So we have to have good leaders as seniors, and we all have one goal, and that's to make the state tournament. So, and then I guess winning conference is just a step to get there. But
close last year, level 3.
Yeah,
that game right down to the
close.
last play.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. Unfortunate the way it ended, but we fought our hearts out, and we're going to remember that game this whole season. So
a lot of it goes to your coach, Brett. One of the things he does is his Thursdays, he gets the team together and the life lessons.
Yeah, last Thursday was how to put out a fire, but then previously, like some of my favorite ones are how to relocate your finger, and then always during the homecoming week, how to take a girl on a date, how to tie a tie, stuff like that. But definitely setting us up for more than just football in the future and how to be good men.
Did you have a trainer out there, a doctor talking about the finger?
That one was just Coach Saint, but we all trust him. We know that's 100% real, and Sherry probably wouldn't like it. She's our trainer, but I mean, if we need it fixed real quick, I guess we know how to now.
3.65 grade point average. Who's had the most impact on you as a student?
I'd say my mom. She keeps me to a high standard. I mean, I also do not want to be seen with low grades. I just feel like that's not setting me up for college. Having a good work ethic now will pass over to in college. So, but definitely my mom, she definitely installed that in me.
Then honor roll all throughout high school, internship this summer, Duluth Trading Company. What was that like?
It was good. It just shows all the different levels of the business, the marketing part, the design part, and it was just cool seeing like the intricate parts of the business.
What would you plan to go to college, play football?
Yeah.
And what do you want to study?
I was thinking something medical. I haven't narrowed it down yet, but something in that range is what I was looking at.
How's the recruiting process going? I know with the name, image, likeness out there and the portal and everything, it's kind of changed for high school recruiting from what it was 5-10 years ago.
Yeah, I kind of came in this blind. I mean, I had a little bit of help with Austin Leibfried, who's an Indiana lineman right now, because he went through that before me, but I kind of went through it blind, not knowing really what to expect, and it's confusing, but I'm definitely handling it pretty well, going through my own process and just waiting to see how it goes.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Chris Keel from Mount Horeb High School. Chris, have a great rest of your senior year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Conda's presentation of PrepMania, and as we get ready to start this second half, Mount Horeb Barneveld currently leading Stoughton 37-0, and Dennis, they're playing like Stoughton took their lunch money a while back or something like that.
Yeah, there's something that went on in the past that maybe a few people remember. Sometimes if you run up a score or certain plays happen, that's got the feel for this one, because that was total domination. I'll tell you. And they just could hear the Stones start me up. Yeah, Stones going, turn them down, turn them down. They're waiting. They don't need it. This is a total Go to the Wisconsin press conference after Alabama and hear Fickle's comments. Yes, that's how Stoughton feels right now.
And Stoughton on to kick this one away. Weird kick off the foot of someone not named Jay Johnson. That was Casey Quam. First time we've called his name on special teams today. Stoughton hasn't had the opportunity to kick off yet today. And Mount Horeb Barneveld will take over, set up shop to start this new half at their own 24-yard line with a big old yellow moon rising above the horizon here.
Beautiful.
On a beautiful night in Mount Horeb. Running clock to start the half. We're already under 11:30 to play, and Mount Horeb hasn't even taken a snap yet.
Yeah, we'll see over-under on plays 15 in 12 minutes. Yeah, you get a one play. By the time you run it, you get back to the line of scrimmage. Unless you do a huddle and hurry up, no huddle offense, it's going to take a lot of time off just running one play.
Still appears to be the starters out there for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Keel on the jet sweep. Across the 25-yard line on the right side. Stiff arms a defender up near the 30. They'll mark him just past at the 31-yard line. Pickup of 5 on 1st and 10. Make it pickup of 6, actually. 2nd down and 4. 10:45 to play. 37-0 Mount Horeb Barneveld. Running clock as they continue to eviscerate this Stoughton defense. Oh, that did not look good, however, as Primusburger just kind of fell to the ground after maybe slipped. He pats the chest as if to signal, that's on me. Primusburger could do no wrong in the first half. 3rd down and 3. Hendrickson, give to Primusburger again. Churning the legs, drives forward for another 1st down. And MHB picking up where they left off.
Yeah, I think here right now, just keep the ball on the ground, run the clock. Starters get a few more reps. Later in the season, you get a running clock. It just takes time away from the starters to get through things too. They got certain plays they want to work on and their timing. So, but now they're going to go to the air right away.
Under 10 minutes to play as Hendrickson lofts it deep and incomplete. Just overshoots his intended target. Appear to be number 9, Max Grundall. Couldn't quite find him.
But unlike regulation, the clock does not stop on incompletion, so it'll just keep going.
No harm, no foul.
They like to have about a 7-minute possession.
Low
here.
snap, Keel in motion. Primusburger gets the give. Pickup of 3 before he is spilled at the 39-yard line.
So with the 39, it looks like, yeah, okay.
Didn't see who made the tackle there for the Vikings. Under 9 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter. 3rd down and 5. It's a long 5 on the scoreboard. Looks more like 7 to me as Hendrickson takes the snap, looking to his left. Screen pass for Keel, trying to make a man miss. He does. Can he make a few more? You betcha. Up past the 1st down line. And they'll mark him at the 48-yard line. Still in their own territory. And Chris Keel, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, showing the quick feet on that one. 8:20 left to play in this 3rd quarter. Hendrickson takes the snap. Looking at the screen, decides to go to Grundall over the middle. He's got him up across the 40-yard line into Stoughton territory. Helped up on the play by Jack Solonic. Love the display of sportsmanship from Stoughton there. 8 minutes left to play. Hendrickson and this MHB offense doing what they please. Give to Primusburger up the middle. Nothing doing. Max Nelson greets him immediately once he got to the hole. Pickup of 2.
Yeah, I think if you're here in Mount Horeb Barneveld, they would like to tack one more on and just get a shutout. But means if they can just kind of meander down the field a little bit, take that clock time off, and give Stoughton very few opportunities to put 6 or 7 up there.
Most methodical drive so far for this MHB offense. Finds the tight end in the flat on the left side. Hayden Anderson does what he can with it. Picks up maybe a yard or 2. 3rd down and 6 on the way.
Anderson, we're going to see a lot out of him, hard court.
As the Mount Horeb Barneveld coaches signal a golf swing for the quarterback Brooks Hendrickson. 3rd and 6, takes the snap. Looking deep, rolling out to his right. Pump fake, and we'll just throw it away. Pressure was bearing down. Mount Horeb wants a flag. They're not going to get it. for unnecessary roughness, roughing the passer. 4th down and 6 upcoming for this MHB offense. One of the first times Mount Horeb hasn't gotten exactly what they wanted, trying to move the ball up the field.
Well, 10 plays in about 6 minutes, so I'm not. They're going to have more than 15. I was thinking, I saw a running clock game a couple weeks ago where I think 5 minutes they ran basically 3 or 4 plays.
Yikes!
They were
4th and 6, and he's got his man, and he is going to stroll into the end zone. Owen Ashleman, his 2nd touchdown on the evening, and Mount Horeb Barneveld continues to pour it on, 43-0. Your score.
36 yards on that completion. Is that right? It about looked like that to me from this angle. So Ashleman had a 9-yard pass before that, and that's now the 2nd touchdown pass of the game for Brooks Hendrickson. 30.
And there's a flag down. May have been a little excessive celebration on the side of Mount Horeb Barneveld. I didn't see exactly what happened. However, the indication it was.
Now the clock does stop here on a touchdown. Change of possession as soon as the whistle gets blown on the next possession. It'll restart again.
5:59 to play, just under 6 minutes here in this 3rd quarter. First drive taking up just over 6 minutes, 6 minutes and 1 second, as Zach McGuire on to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. Your score through 2.5 quarters, Mount Horeb Barneveld 44, Stoughton nothing. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of a beatdown of PrepMania.
Programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Riley Yauk here with you alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. And we have a rout on our hands, folks. If you couldn't already tell, Mount Horeb Barneveld steamrolling Stoughton in this battle of the undefeated Vikings, up 44-0 with 5:59 to play. McGuire's kick goes into the end zone. That will be a touchback, and Stoughton will look for some sort of success on this offensive possession, starting from their own 25-yard line.
One of the things that Mount Horeb Barneveld does is they call it their Manhood Thursday. The coach gets the guys together, and he does some life lessons with them.
Okay.
And what they did this week was, for when they're bachelors, how to clean your dryer vent out.
Okay.
So you don't start a fire, right?
That seems smart. That's a good thing.
Last week was how to change a lawnmower blade and how to tell when you need a new one. His favorite, though, was homecoming. How to take a girl on a date.
Hey, you love to see it.
You don't buzz them on the cell phone. You walk up, knock on the door, meet the dad. You walk them to the car.
A nice firm handshake as well.
You betcha. You open the door for the young lady. Yes. You pull the chair out. You open doors, and you're very well. And you stay off your cell phone during conversations.
Yep.
So
phone away.
A lot of lessons. Then they also have a saying or a question as they go out of the locker room each day. They'll ask them something in history or present, and everybody's got to answer it. So a lot of life lessons with this program. It's about more than wins and losses.
Mount Horeb Barneveld showing their success on and off the field as Hedstrom is denied access past the line of scrimmage.
It's like a loss of 2 or 3 on that one. Not getting any better here in the second half. gave a touchdown right away, and now stuffed on the first play from scrimmage.
And you saw Drew Vinny actually on first down gave himself up. He was about to be sacked. So this is actually 3rd down and 14 for the Vikings, hailing from Stoughton. 3 receivers set. Hedstrom, the lone set back in the pistol behind Vinny. Play fake. Throwing out in the flat. That's Mason Richter, and he is dragged down from behind. Pickup of absolutely nothing on the play. And Stoughton, offense going down without a whimper. 3 and out quickly here on their first possession of the second half.
Yeah, Richter came into this game with 16 catches and a couple of touchdowns. And then also starting defensive end, he had 11 tackles for loss, 5 sacks coming in, but not as much success against this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense tonight. But he's had a great year so far for the Stoughton Vikings.
And speaking of the Stoughton Vikings, they will take their first time out of the half, as Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania would not be possible without the lovely folks at Zimbrick Honda, as Zimbrick Honda has been a part of the Madison community since 1973. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Need new tires? For a limited time at Zimbrick Honda, you can buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. That's $1, folks. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Yeah, well, we got a little break here. A couple of the basketball coaches here, Tom Lazar and Todd Neschheim up in the press box here tonight. Reminds me that the Wisconsin Basketball Coach Association Fall Clinic's coming up on October 3rd and 4th. Tara Vandermeer from Stanford is going to be one of the speakers, one of the best coaches in the country. And Brian Wardle is over at Bradley. Doug Gottlieb, the new coach at UW Green Bay, is going to be there. So you're looking at a great sneak peek of a lot of coaches coming. And they've got a great mixer that Thursday night. And I actually worked the registration table, so I'm going to be up there for 2 days.
Okay.
Get to see a lot of my coaches' friends from around the state. But if you're coaching a sport, you should be going to your state coaches clinic, and this is a big one.
Heard it here first. Go to the coaches clinic and meet Dennis Semrau as Johnson boots that one away. However, takes a Mount Horeb Barneveld bounce back up past the 45-yard line, and Brooks Hendrickson and company, if he trots onto the field, will take over at their own 47-yard line. We could see some mass substitutions, a whole line change here for the Vikings in black.
Yeah, waiting to see if who's coming out here at quarterback.
That appears to be number 19, Aiden Eschleman. Younger brother of Owen, I would assume.
Yep, sophomore. Getting some looks out here tonight.
Eschleman takes the snap, give up the middle, makes a man miss across the 50-yard line, and he will be brought down there. Have to take a look at the running back, see who that was. Certainly was not Owen Primusberger. Appears to be number 23, Owen Schultz.
His first carry of the night. Another sophomore, 6 foot, 185-pounder, also plays linebacker. Get some reps tonight. It's good. These guys do a lot of work in practice, so good to see them get some playing time here.
Underclassmen getting some reps. Eschleman back to throw. Fires in the flat. Little too far for his intended target. Henry DeRozier. Is that correct, Dennis?
DeRozier.
DeRozier. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Pardon me if you remember
the DeRozier family.
And again, the clock keeps moving.
2:35 left to play in this third quarter. Mount Horeb Barneveld up 44-0 over Stoughton. Somebody's O had got to go at the start of this game, and it appears Stoughton's will be the one to change into a 1 when it is all said and done. Nice little rhyming scheme there. Unintentional, as Eschleman in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, screen pass, finds his man, and he will be swarmed immediately. Flag down on the play.
Potential hold or face mask. See the referee running out there.
Schultz caught that in a lot of traffic.
Dangerous pass.
Yeah, made what he could out of it. We'll see what the call is. Regardless, it will be declined. Appears to be against Mount Horeb Barneveld.
One of the reasons Stoughton's been successful this year, they came in with a +8 turnover ratio. No turnover. So they haven't been able to get anything from Mount Horeb Barneveld. And again, the Vikings from Mount Horeb Barneveld had 3 great starting positions, had scoring drives of 60, 65, I think it was 60, 51 yards. You know, anytime you don't have to go 70, 80 yards, that's a plus for the offense. And the Vikings of Mount Horeb Barneveld have had plenty of opportunities there tonight.
And they've made it look easy for the most part as well. I believe the defining moment was the wide receiver pass to end the half from Chris Keel to Owen Primusberger. Just kind of showcased who the big dog is tonight as Zach McGuire on to punt it away. Rolls out to his right. Swing of the right leg. The boot is up. Hedstrom muffs the ball, and it's recovered by Mount Horeb Barneveld at the 10-yard line. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, the defense gets off the field, and they have to trot right back on there. Goodness gracious. Stoughton cannot catch a break tonight.
Nope.
As the hapless Stoughton student section already sitting down, several of them heading for the exits.
A few of the older residents from Mount Horeb Barneveld leave it at halftime.
Yeah, also
some of the senior citizens, they go, I think I'm going to bed early tonight.
Aisleman give up the middle to Schultz, and he is untouched for a while. Trying to drive near the goal line, pushes forward, he is in! Touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld, the first of the year for the sophomore, Owen Schultz. As he is mobbed by his teammates. Love to see that for the underclassmen.
Well, you like to see, the guys that work their butts off in practice. You want your 2s and 3s to get some reps. And they improve going up against the number 1s. And then when it's their turn to, of course, they come out and the starters are going, okay, guys, don't screw this up. We got a shutout. We're dominating. Now it's your turn. And Schultz just did his job.
So far, so good. And that may have been the straw that broke the camel's back on the will of this Stoughton defense. They were able to get a stop. The muff punt set them up in horrendous field position. And Schultz wasn't touched for about 7 yards on that carry. McGuire on to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is well good. That one almost sails out of the stadium, and it does on a hop. How about that leg on Zach McGuire? Your score with 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Mount Horeb Barneveld 51, Stoughton nothing. You're listening. We're going to take a 30-second break. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
No more waiting to see a general surgeon. Stoughton Health has you covered. We accept over 160 insurances, including Anthem Blue Cross, Blue Shield, Cigna, Dean Health Plan, Humana, and Quartz. Enjoy easy access at Stoughton Health, where most general surgery appointments are available within a week. When it comes to your procedure, trust board-certified general surgeon Dr. Aaron Schwab. At Stoughton Health, we are proud to provide you with exceptional, personalized service. Learn more at stoughtonhealth.com.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. The Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings having their way, doing pretty much whatever they want in this one, up 51-0 over Stoughton with 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. I'm assuming the fourth quarter won't last much longer than the prescribed 12 minutes. As Zach McGuire on to kick it away for MHB, end-over-end kick. Received by Selnow at his own goal line, making his way to the right. Shakes one defender, not the 4 more in his face as he is dropped at the 19-yard line. That is where Stoughton will take over. And Dennis The last game we called together, also our first game we called together, an absolute thriller, went to overtime between the DeForest Norskies and the Brookfield Central Lancers. We got the exact opposite here this evening.
Yes, we did. This is a game that Alex Strofe.
Yeah.
Strophe and I have a few of these once in a while. And Hunter, no, we always had some good ones, and so we're 1-1 here.
Yeah, you know. Again, as Hunter Vaughn always says, you either want the close games, that's a thriller all the way to the end, or you want a game like this where the clock is running and the game mercifully ends quicker than, say, it's a 32-point lead and you're stuck the entire half.
Yeah, the worst is a touchdown at the end of the first half, 34, and then nothing happens in the second half. There's penalties and turnovers and whatever. But, yeah, again, it was a clean game until that one muff punt there. That's the first turnover of the game. And we've had a few penalties. I think one holding penalty. We've had a few illegal procedures. But in a game like this is where you can get personal foul penalties. And coaches, you have to the kids, hey, just chill. It's a game. Walk away, no taunting. You know, if you're winning, win with class, lose with class is the message.
As Vinny hands the ball off to, I believe that was Gatlin Empey.
Last of the Empey brothers. He's got 1 point.
He's
got 1 point in one wrestling at Wisconsin and another one playing football at North Dakota State.
Not too shabby. I know the Empey name is well-renowned in the Stoughton wrestling world.
Yeah, so you're very familiar with that, with your dad being the Stoughton Milton. We don't have to talk about that rivalry, do we? Huh?
We've seen a few Empeys as this iteration, Gatlin is dropped in the backfield. And speaking of the personal fouls.
Yeah, now it's getting chippy.
A little frustration coming from Griffin Rousseau, it appeared. And it's understandable, down 51-0, but that's what you're trying to avoid at this stage as the clock ticks under 11 minutes to play.
No, we're at this stage. You want the clock to keep moving and nobody to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to get hurt in a blowout. Nobody wants to get hurt, period. But a game like this, you don't want to have your starters, and it was a defensive holding penalty.
Yeah.
And nope. Well, if it was a personal foul, they could have tacked that one on too. But no, it looks like just the defensive holding.
Maybe personal fouls.
yards.
I did hear the PA man say it was a personal foul on Stoughton.
Oh, my
perhaps.
God, yeah.
Maybe those offsets. I'm not sure how Stoughton moves all the way up after a personal foul.
Best field position they've had in quite a while.
But you'll take it if you're Stoughton. Vinny in the pistol. Empey in sort of an offset pistol here. 3 receivers. Vinny fumbles the snap. Going to keep it himself. He's got some room off the left side across the 50-yard line. Stays on his feet. Up near the 45. Out of bounds at the 40. And he slips and falls. Gets another personal foul penalty. 3 flags fly as exactly what you don't want to see beginning to transpire. As
one in the bench, 1 in the backfield, 2 on the sideline. I don't think I think the officials used them all in that play.
Emotions maybe unraveling here in this fourth quarter.
On that one, was it a hit or did he fall out of bounds? I think the coaches reacted over here and said something because the official right in the bench did.
Yep.
So you're looking at, was that a personal foul or not? Again, integrity for Mount Horeb Barneveld was the word. And now you don't want to ruin. You got a great game. Do you want to end it ugly with penalties and stupid things that, you make mistakes like this in a game where it's a lot more crucial. Mm-hmm. Once you get that habit, you gotta smash that down.
Yep.
So we're going to have a personal foul against Mount Horeb, against Stoughton.
Interesting.
And personal foul against Mount Horeb Barneveld.
And they'll offset, I would assume.
Now does
Vinny's run stand?
Yeah.
I would also assume it would, given all the flags appeared to be thrown after the play was over. And for as much as we're deliberating about this, the clock continues to run. We are now under 8.5 minutes left to play in this fourth quarter.
You ever see the movie The Replacements?
I've not.
That's
no.
one of my favorites. Keanu Reeves is in it, and there's one where the defense, the replacements, just go nuts, and they the rest starts calling off penalties. I don't know. It's 3 or 4 in a row, and he says, "Forget it. Just keep going."
Yeah.
That's the kind of a situation now. We're like, okay, this game was moving along pretty well, and now we're trying to figure out what is going on here, and coming over to talk to the coach.
See how these penalties end up shaking out. They called both of them, and now are having discussions with the respective coaching staffs.
So we're back to the line of scrimmage right now.
So it appears the run will not stand, interestingly enough. And Stoughton is moving in reverse. Perhaps I'm uninformed on the WIAA personal foul penalties, how this works. Do they stack? It appears they went back, and now the referee moves the ball forward. Oh, it appears they're marking out each penalty, so the referee marches back 15 and marches forward another 15 to put it at the original line of scrimmage.
I've never seen that before.
I don't see the purpose in that.
Done this for a long time.
Under 7 minutes to play. Give to Empey off the left side. Finds a little bit of a crease. Bulldozes his way near the midfield stripe. He's marked down at the 47-yard line.
In the meantime, did the clock ever stop when they were doing it? No.
It did not. So we are now under 6 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second half. And Stoughton will call a timeout. That will, in fact, stop the clock. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton 51-0. What are your thoughts on what just transpired? So there were 2 offsetting penalties. They didn't let Vinny's run stand, even though both flags were thrown after all 4 flags were thrown after the whistle.
Usually, I don't think that matters where the play is. Usually, it wipes the play out. But I was interesting that how many officials are out there?
4, I believe.
How many flags did you see?
I saw 4.
4, right. So they all have to figure out what it was. Was theirs the same? Did they see something else? So communication, just communicate with each other. If you screw up, fix it. If not, okay. But you got to. Yeah. And this was a case where, as a hockey fan, drop the puck.
Yeah.
Let's get this game going. Players are standing around like, what's happening here? But I think the coach on the side got one here, and he admits that the coaches get excited too. Put a lot of love into this, and a lot of pain goes into the coaching, and they don't get paid for doing this well. Trust me, they're not doing it for the money. They're doing it for the love of the game and the kids.
As head coach Jason Becker may have just wanted to get his starters off the field, as that was Tyree Steele on the carry, picked up a couple.
Look like Jack Johnson's in a quarterback now, number 12 for Stoughton.
3rd down and a long 3. Forthcoming here for the Stoughton Vikings. Just over 6 minutes to play in this one, and it will be over.
This is usually what happens with running clocks. You get penalties and things, and players that aren't used to playing. Now another timeout here. So Mount Horeb gave the fans a good, at least, a couple of scoring plays, a nice drive, then after a turnover, and now if this is Camp Randall, the stands would be empty right now.
Yes, the student section would be long gone.
But I'm glad it's not, because the kids deserve the parents and families and the communities to stay and watch it to the bitter end. Yes.
Yep. And to Mount Horeb Barneveld's credit, the student section mostly intact, very full still.
The Stoughton section, though, I think they've pretty much packed it in tonight. Yeah,
mostly cleared out. Yeah, the blackout here for Mount Horeb Barneveld student section. Still doing chants with the cheerleaders, having a good time, playing Build Me Up Buttercup earlier.
And we have to have a shout-out to the band.
Yes.
The pregame concert, whatever.
Phenomenal. Halftime show as well.
Was great.
One of the best bands I have seen.
Congrats to the band director and the Vikings band.
As Jack Johnson, that one's picked off, going the other way. Sliding to the turf that looked like number 88, Caden Schlimgen, on the INT. Read that one like a book, and he has a highlight on the ledger as well, the sophomore.
Look at the celebration on the sidelines there.
Everybody and their mother from Mount Horeb Barneveld with something to cheer about this evening as they will take over after the interception at the Stoughton 46-yard line with 5.5 minutes left to play in this one. I'm assuming the Vikings will take their sweet time and secure the shutout.
Yep, no, just run plays here, run clock, and give some backs some experience. You get some reserve linemen in there, get them a chance to get a few hits, get a few more uniforms dirty.
As they give up the middle to Schultz, bangs his way up for a pickup of about 4 near the 44-yard line, 43.
Owen Schultz, sophomore running back, getting some good looks here tonight. And pick up about 3.
Under 5 minutes left to play in this one. 51-0 your score. Mount Horeb Barneveld leading Stoughton. 2 receivers out to the right, 1 on the left. Ashleman give to Schultz off the right side. He's got plenty of room up past the 30, inside the 25-yard line. Brought down finally near the 20. As Owen Schultz putting some highlight tapes out there for the folks at home.
And Stoughton came into this game averaging 31.5 points and almost 400 yards of offense. And Mount Horeb Barneveld, what did they come in? They came in averaging 40 points and under 300. They hit their mark, but nothing for Stoughton tonight.
And Ashleman finds his intended target. The big fella, Owen Krimmer, on the reception. That got a rise out of this parent section in front of us.
And Krimmer, also a defensive lineman, came into the game. He's a 5'10", 205-pound senior, getting some looks on offense too.
Whoa, and Ashleman trouble with the snap will just have to fall on it.
Yep.
Prevent any further damage as it goes from a 3rd and 3 to a 3rd and 9. 3.5 minutes left to play in this one. 51-0 your score. MHB leading Stoughton in this Battle of the Vikings. Schultz in the backfield with Ashleman. Ashleman takes the snap, give to Schultz, probing his way, stiff arms a defender, tries to spin out of a tackle, and the entire Stoughton defense there to greet him, not letting him get very far. Pickup of maybe 1.
I think that was Golke, number 55, there with the tackle. Tried to kind of like a Bronco buck, tried to ride him down, and he'd have nothing of it. Just keep those legs churning. Get as much as you can.
And Mount Horeb Barneveld bringing on the field goal unit. Zach McGuire.
So this will be a 40-yard field goal, a 39-yard field goal attempt.
On to attempt. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Plenty of distance on it, and it is good. Zach McGuire with a final punctuation on this dominant victory for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Your score with just over 2 minutes to play, 2:19 to be exact. Mount Horeb Barneveld 54, Stoughton nothing, as we will take a 30-second break. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
When life takes an unexpected turn, turn to Pemberton Personal Injury Law Firm. Pemberton's client-centered approach ensures that you're treated with respect, care, and compassion. Never just another case. With offices in Madison and Baraboo, Pemberton has the experience to secure the justice and compensation you deserve. Serving clients statewide, there are no fees until you win. Trust a firm that treats you like family. Visit Pemberton Personal Injury Law at pembertonpi.com.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Mount Horeb Barneveld well in control of this one, up 54-0 with 2:19 left to play. And they are pulling no punches. Zach McGuire tacking onto the lead with a 40-yard field goal almost, as that one will sail out of bounds as the MHB student section goes into the beloved "I believe that we will win" chants. Was always a fan of doing that in high school.
By the way, that was the first points Mount Horeb Barneveld has scored in the fourth quarter this year. They had 0, but they were dominant in the first half. I'll tell you that. They were coming in. First half was 111-24, so now that's, what do they have, 37 at halftime?
Yes.
148-24 in 5 games in the first half.
Not too shabby of a stat line for
So it took a quarter and then shifted into gear in a 30.4 possession quarter. Outstanding.
They did not look back. Jack Johnson fumbles the snap, gives to Steele, and he will try to make something out of nothing. But unfortunately for him, it's just a whole lot of black shirts there to greet him. Loss of 3 on the play, 2:04 left as
Mount Horeb Barneveld is like, no, you're not getting in the end zone. We don't want you crossing midfield here.
They may not cross the line of scrimmage.
No, the reserves are cheering up, and the starters are on the sidelines cheering them on. Like, keep that shutout. They want that shutout.
It looked like Colton Bell was directing traffic in this Mount Horeb Barneveld secondary. Johnson, play fake, rolling out, finds his man, shakes one defender up to the 40-yard line. Goes number 19, Matthew Boubon. Solid pickup on second down, as we have less than a minute and a half before this one can finally be put to rest.
His first catch gets the name on the stat sheet, and good look on film for the next week.
Minute 5 left as Johnson takes the snap, high snap, fumbles behind him, and it is recovered by Mount Horeb Barneveld. The cherry on top, the icing on the cake, however you slice it, Mount Horeb Barneveld by domination this evening.
And all 3 turnovers forced by the reserves for Mount Horeb Barneveld. They had their starters out pretty much. I think a couple of players here or there might get some extra reps, but another reserve. One of the highlights of the season so far. Gets in, doesn't matter. You get to play, and it's a grass field, so get that uniform dirty.
Exactly. Why not? Looked like, I hope I'm correct on this, shout out the right player, Eli Aarons, number 54, appeared to be the man to jump on it, as we don't need another snap. The clock will tick down to 000. And your final score, as this one mercifully comes to an end, the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings 54, the Stoughton Vikings nothing. Dennis, any final thoughts on this one before we take a break and decide our Pizza Hut player of the game?
Vikings seniors have not lost a conference title. Here's their first challenge. The last 2 games against the East Central Conference look like they're conference games. Mm-hmm. They are from a standpoint of playoffs, but not for the coaches consider the conference title. There's 6 teams, only 5 games determine that. So now this is a 1-0, 0-1. So this is the conference. They want this one first, but they're not going to settle for this. 3 in a row, it's a long playoff run. They want to get to Camp Randall. And this is a very good message to the rest of the conference. Guys, nothing's changed. We're still the champs, and until you knock us off, we're the big dog in the block.
Yeah, and if teams weren't worried about Mount Horeb Barneveld before tonight, they certainly are now. This team has all the makings of a state title contender. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. When we return, we will crown our Pizza Hut player of the game. You are listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every U. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, we'll feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Welcome back to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. And the moment you've all been waiting for, without further ado, it is time to honor our Pizza Hut player of the game.
No one out-pizzas the Hut, and no one outperformed this player tonight. The player of the game is presented by Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Alrighty, Dennis. Who do we got tonight?
Well, I think we've got to give it to the guy that scored the first touchdown, and the second touchdown, and the fourth touchdown, and the fifth touchdown. Owen Primusberger, 36-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. In the second quarter, 43-yard touchdown run, a 39-yard scamper, and then the play of the game, we thought. The pass, the double pass, Chris Keel, 25 yards to Primusberger in the corner of the end zone. 24 seconds left in the first half. Started the running clock 37-0 on the way to a 54-0 win. Primusberger, a track athlete, first year as a starter in the backfield, and when he got through that first line, he shifted into second and third gear and gone like a lightning streak. And the Stoughton defensive coordinator is going to be seeing that number in his sleep. I mean, they had no way of stopping him. He had a couple of plays, shorter ones, but when they got him, again, you got to credit the offensive line, and then the defensive line for Mount Horeb Barneveld was tremendous, getting outweighed by more than 50 pounds per man. But you wanted to run the rock, they ran the rock, and that's what led to this win tonight.
Ran it, and ran it well. They did. Shout out, congratulations to Owen Primusberger. You are our Pizza Hut player of the game, as Pizza Hut is introducing their new tavern-style pizza, an upgrade to their classic crispy thin crust. Cut into 16 snackable squares and loaded to the edge with bold, flavorful toppings. That's perfect for sharing with your family at home or on the road after the big game. Just like tonight, a big win like tonight for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Find the nearest location and order now online at pizzahut.com. That's pizzahut.com. Go thinner, go crisper, go bolder. Go get the new tavern-style pizza only from Pizza Hut, the official pizza of PrepMania. No one out-pizzas the Hut. And Dennis, I have an idea. I think I saw the closest Pizza Hut on my drive-in. Could you inform the masses where Owen Primusberger and everyone should get their pizza?
Is there one on the edge of town here? I came in from a different spot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay, I came from
from the interstate or
yes,
from the highway?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite is on Mineral Point Road.
Okay.
Because I'm on the west side of Madison.
Are there two in the city of Mount Horeb?
I'm not sure. I didn't get. Usually Hunter gives me that ahead of time.
I guess I didn't do my proper prep work. I know there's one
Go
just
look for
down
one,
the road. Yeah. I just assumed you just have this sixth sense for where the local Pizza Hut chains are.
I think of the one on the west side because we had to wait. It closed it, and now it's a drive-through. And Yeah, and it's open. It's right next to Culver's on Mineral Point Road by West Town Mall. So, yeah, they do a lot of good business over there. So that's the one I always promote.
All righty, fantastic. And Dennis, any final thoughts on what turned out to be an absolute bloodbath in the Badger Small?
No, one of the parents pointed up and said, "Did you give him a pregame speech or something?" No, that was the coach. They came in and they wanted the seniors, again, the first legitimate conference game against one of the other 5 in the Badger Small. There's only 6 teams in the Badger Small now. And the seniors have never lost one. This is now the 21st straight regular season win for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. And the past 2+ years, 25-3 now.
Not too shabby.
And they had a close one we called last year against Green Bay Notre Dame and went right down to the final play. And that was in level 3. If they could have gotten back through that one, I think they would have won the level 4 game. They were a better matchup than Notre Dame was with Rice Lake. And so both teams are trying to get to the state. They've never been to, neither one has never been to Camp Randall.
Wow.
And last year Stoughton got the closest. But they were 3-4, 4-5 overall, and then won 3 straight road games. So they're going to take this one and try to pick a couple of things out of the film and then flush it, move on. You can't dwell on this one or it will affect the rest of the season. So that's the coach's challenge is what can we pick up from this one, and then let's move on, and then we can make a statement in the playoffs.
No, you certainly don't want to dwell on this if you are the Stoughton Vikings. However, if you're Mount Horeb Barneveld, look at this film, celebrate for a little while, and then
24 hours, then move on
to the next week. They got Sauk Prairie, another big game coming up for MHB.
Yep, next week that'll be a big battle, and that's been a pretty good rivalry in a number of sports. Football has had their way. Mount Horeb Barneveld has had their way with Sauk, but Sauk's got a better team this year, and their goal is they want a conference championship, and they know it comes through the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings.
And they showed that tonight, routing the Stoughton Vikings 54-0, as that will do it for us. For our entire crew, Pablo Iglesias, Gabe, an intern here shadowing, and the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau. My name is Riley Yauk. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation of PrepMania by Zimbrick Honda. Once more, that's the second time I botched the outro. That's okay. For one final time, your final score, Mount Horeb 54, Stoughton nothing. This has been Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.